A very good day to Madam Nurul Ain. My name is Rowell Raisin. Now I'll be presenting for my research proposal. So actually my research proposal is about the college student perceptions towards the importance of collaborative learning in online classes. Okay, for the introduction, actually this online learning is a style of education in which students will receive their education entirely online. So actually the online learning, often known as e-learning, was initially employed in remote learning in the 1990s with the introduction of the internet. It also enables students from all over the world to interact with academic institutions and other students via the internet and learn at their own speed while pursuing a degree or certificate. So talking about the collaborative learning, so actually collaborative learning is important among students, particularly in online education. This is because when compared to executing an activity alone, collaborative learning can surely benefit students in finishing a job or work well and swiftly. But some students, on the other hand, believe that collaborative learning is unimportant or that they not choose to practice it for a variety of reasons. Okay, for the background of study, so students' performance improves when the collaborative activities are included in an online course. Collaborative group interaction actually encourage the active learning, share information, social connection, and supportive e-learning community. According to Mukhernan and Lakala, claim that many scholars have emphasized the necessity of assisting the learners or student in developing teamwork and also the collaborative knowledge production skills, which all of which are linked to collaborative learning. So as a reason, this study actually is to find out how MSU students feel about the value of collaborative learning in their online classes. Okay, for the problem statement, the first one is how effective the collaborative learning in online classes for students in terms of completing a task, assignment, and during discussion. And the second one is what are the real world application or advantages of collaborative learning in an online class for students. Okay, moving on to the research objectives. So actually, I have three objectives. The first one is determine the MSU student perception towards the importance of collaborative learning in approach in online classes. The second one is to find the variable which influence the MSU student perception in collaborative learning in online classes. And the last one, or the third one, is to identify students' perception about the differences between the collaborative learning and individual learning. The next one is the research question. Here I also have three research questions. The first one is what are MSU students' perception towards the importance of collaborative learning approach in online classes. The second one is what are the impacts if MSU students emphasize the collaborative learning for their online classes. And the third one is what are the barriers in order to succeed the collaborative learning among MSU students. Okay, now for the literature review. So actually this first article was actually about the knowledge management, and this article is by Amrit Kaur Jagir Singh, Raja Nur Savinas Raja Harun, and Wan Farid. And this article is about the study to see how the wiki spaces facilitate the collaborative learning and also the knowledge management in the correction of errors in second language students essay. The next article is about the implementing teleconferencing, and this is by Minako Yogi. And this study is actually to expose the teacher in training students to a range of teaching techniques and material, as well as to allow them to create and present their own unique teaching material as an extension of micro teaching. Okay, the third article is about the computer mediated collaborative learning. So this article is by Long Wan Nguyen, and this article which actually discuss the role of computer mediated collaborative learning in an EFL classroom using a communicative language teaching method. Okay, the next article actually about the social networks, and this article by Dr. Hanan A. Al Zain. And the title of this article is about the role of social networks in supporting the collaborative e-learning. based on connectivism theory among students of PNU. And this study actually to determine the function of social networks, for example like Google and Edmodo, which enabling collaborative learning. Okay, now we moving on to the conceptual framework. So here for the independent variables, I have the MSU college students, and for the dependent variable is the importance of collaborative learning in online classes for MSU college students. Okay, now we moving on to the next slide. So the research design, I use the quantitative research design for this study, and I also use the SPSL to conduct the descriptive statistical analysis for the survey. For the research instrument, I use the questionnaires, which are online survey using the Google form. So inside the online survey, I have 25 items, which there is a three part, which the first part is student perception, and the second part is the benefit for student, and the third part is differences between collaborative learning and individual learning. So the Likert scale is from a strongly disagree, disagree, not sure, agree, and the last one is strongly agree. And then for the research and sampling, the population of this study is the MSU College Sabah student. And the convenient sampling method that will be used to choose or select the study sample, which is a non-probability sampling method. Okay, so for the conclusion, this study or this research is actually significant because it has the potential to open student minds and also the awareness to the value of the collaborative learning in online classes. So talking about the collaborative learning, so actually this collaborative learning could exist and also could help students in achieving or producing the productivity or the excellent achievements, particularly in their work or in their progress in completing their assignments. So I think that's all for my research proposal presentation, which the college student perception towards the importance of collaborative learning in online classes. Thank you.